200 pounds, he is the Cosmic King of Catch, Suge D!
Cosmic is an understatement. The existential journeyman grappler Suge D is ready for action on Championship Wrestling, presented by Car Shield. Let's get rolling.
And his opponent from Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing in at 210 pounds, Kaleb Konley.
Well, Alyssa, to say that Kaleb Konley or Kaleb with a K is an intriguing individual, I might be understating that just a little bit.
You know, I think Kaleb with a K is someone that's very fashion forward. He has his finger on the pulse.
Very true.
And when you are that ahead of the game, you have to be constantly immersed in your phone.
Well, look,
it's just a thing.
When you're Tennille Dashwood's personal photographer, Gilbert, you have no choice but to be fashion forward and be on the top of the social media trends.
So the problem between Kaleb with a K and Suge D really started last week when Kaleb with a K came out and interrupted an interview that Suge D was doing with Marty Bell. Well, let's just say the selfie didn't go the way that Kaleb with the K had intended.
Absolutely not. And look, Suge D, he's an 18-year veteran. Oh, he knows what it's like to have gratitude. He was grateful for that moment with an amazing athlete and competitor in her own right, Marty Bell, and Kaleb with a K just marched out to the ring like it was his time, and that's why we have this matchup kicking off tonight's episode.
Well, I actually think Kaleb with a K was just so immersed in scrolling on Instagram that he might have just wandered in by accident.
I mean, that's, yeah.
Kaleb K is like a social media influencer, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you guys get an invitation on Facebook to this contest?
To this match right now,
did you get an
we
invitation?
didn't need an invite from Kaleb with the K. We are calling the action. As
I'm
far
just
as
saying, I heard some people backstage saying that they got an invitation.
You know, I'm still
to be
kind of...
here, and I just was kind of wondering where mine was.
well, it's the after party that I heard Alyssa talking about earlier. I didn't get the invite, but I'm also
so there's 2 invites.
Yeah.
And I can get either one.
Hate to tell you, buddy.
Well, you know who else I don't think got one was Suge D. I don't think Suge D is on the guest list, but Suge D...
Well,
such an impressive...
oh, Suge D could care less. He's a one-man party in his own right.
This is true.
Look how resourceful that was, is now Suge D establishing control over Kaleb Konley. And, you know, Suge D, you talk about, he's an abstract artist in his own right.
He certainly is. Suge D is someone that is so well-traveled, so well-versed. He's been studying his craft for basically half of his life.
Yes.
He's traveled the world learning lucha, strong style, British style, everything to diversify his wrestling brain.
Incredibly light on his feet, very elusive with his strikes, and the cross body, almost launching over the top.
Suge sitting at home saying, doesn't that guy look familiar? You're right, Suge D was nicknamed Pineapple Pete in AEW by Chris Jericho. That's that same guy. He is a burst of energy when he comes out of the locker room, though. That is the essence of Suge D.
And yes, Suge D likes to have a good time. He loves to entertain, make no mistake about it. He is an intense competitor at the very core of his being, and there's nothing that he wants more than to get a victory in his first match here at Championship Wrestling.
What was Kaleb with the K swinging there, guys?
I'm not quite sure.
Is that his fanny
Oh,
pack?
that was fanny pack?
That was a Gucci fanny pack.
The question
How
is,
dare
what
you?
was in it? But there's a leg sweep. And Suge D crashes down to the canvas,
creating enough of a distraction to shift the momentum in the contest. Savvy maneuver there by the social media influencer.
And laid out at ringside is not a good look.
No, and
Not at
very
all.
intelligent there by Kaleb Konley. And he knows how to use every bit of the ring to his advantage as he's quickly on the offensive here. And this is bad news. And of course,
no.
the official is trying to get these competitors back in the ring. Oh my God, the throat off the steel. Kaleb Konley just vicious.
Guys, that's serious. Suge D gasping for air, and when you crush your windpipe, it's hard to get. Impossible.
I mean, forget about the social media premium content. Kaleb Konley is perfectly happy with a count-out victory here as Suge D is struggling.
Konley showing his dark side this week on Championship Wrestling.
Suge D just getting back in the ring. Look at Konley, though, wasting no time, stomping on the chest of Suge D.
That's putting your best foot forward, I guess, right?
Well, near Konley, it certainly is. A 15-year veteran in his own right, competed all over the country, internationally, multiple titles. Yes, some would describe him as flighty, but he's also brilliant.
Okay, so a lot of stories you could say and talk about Kaleb with a K.
Oh!
As Suge D begins to fire back here.
That's right, Suge D with a bit of a second win, looking to rebound here, but once again, Konley too quick.
When I was starting to tell you here.
Oh, cover by Konley. Doesn't hook the leg. Suge D able to roll the left shoulder up.
Is that Konley says that he was born into professional wrestling. Not in the way you may think. His dad was a roadie for different country bands. His father worked for David Allen Crow, who worked on the Great American Bash, WCW, back in the mid-'80s. And as the story goes, Konley says he was, well, made on that tour.
And his attitude aside, he mentioned being here at Center Stage as a child. So trust us, he wants a victory here over Suge D in the worst way, but Suge is as resilient as they come.
Suge really is, and what I love about Suge D's entire vibe is that not only is he about enriching himself as a wrestler, as a creative, he's also about helping others. We talk about social media. Suge D does Twitter spaces to help up-and-comers get better and hone their own craft.
Well, Suge D is leaving no space with these strikes. Great counter there, and now a knee. Suge D picking up speed, a European uppercut. All the body weight into Konley, now into a cover. That could be it. No, Konley able to keep himself in this matchup. What a way to kick off this episode.
You know why Kaleb with a K gets under your skin? It's because everybody's been around that person who doesn't make eye contact and is always on their phone. That's this guy.
I get it.
Tweeting, texting, posting, streaming, blah, blah.
Oh! What a combination! Backbreaker into a clothesline. Oh, and Kaleb Konley.
It's rude.
I mean, Gilbert, just at him next time, okay? I don't know if you know what that means. Don't worry about it.
I sent him a DM and I still didn't get an invitation.
All right, calm down up at the party. You're not going. Meanwhile, Kaleb Konley with a back fist to the face of Suge D, looking to put Suge D away. How inventive was that?
You cannot discount that Kaleb with a K is always a step ahead of the curve.
What's Kaleb going for here?
Back to the fanny pack.
Well, he wants to commemorate the occasion.
His phone! He's got his phone!
Who knows how many phones Kaleb Konley has, but...
Is he going to post in the middle of this match? Is he streaming this right now?
He's going to gif it. He's going to gif it.
He's going for all the lights. Oh, went for the moonsault. Suge D able to evade. Oh, hold on. Oh. Kaleb Konley remains in control here.
Oh no!
Oh my gosh!
Oh, this is insulting and painful.
Now that's a selfie.
Is Suge D going to tap? He's got nowhere to go. Oh wait, quick roll up here. Shoulders are down, and Kaleb Konley kicks out.
But just imagine how many likes Kaleb with a K is going to get on that one.
Suge D can care less.
Another viral moment on Instagram.
Oh, European uppercut by Suge D. Oh, flying headbutt. Are you kidding me?
To the butt of the jaw.
Suge D into the cover. He got him.
Here is your winner, Suge D.
I'll tell you, gentlemen, what a way to use your noodle.
Post that, Kaleb with a K.
What a matchup. A true competitive showman. Suge D may be all about putting smiles on faces, but his top priority is always getting that W, and that's exactly what he just did over a tremendous athlete in his own right, Kaleb Konley.